Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital inspection here for a homeowner that has two active leaks on this concrete S-tile we see here. First thing we like to do is start on the eaves of the house. They are actually boxed in eaves, so there really wasn't an indication at the health of the wood underneath these eaves at the side. They're actually like a boxed in stucco eave. Sensitive areas on roofs are chimneys, so we always like to inspect around these chimneys. We can see the overlaying counter flashing right here. We can also see the amount of debris that kind of builds up. When you get torrential downpours, the debris kind of holds the water on the roof, which is never a good thing. The roof's supposed to be the shedding device of the home. But what I did was I pulled up a couple tiles on this roof just to get the indication of what the underlayment was underneath. The concrete tiles themselves will last forever. It's really the underlayment underneath that is the failure point of this, especially that tar fill underlayment that has like a 15-20 year lifespan. We can see some tile replacements were done by just the color of this tile right here. When a tile gets cracked, basically you can tell when it's been replaced because it's a different color than the rest of the roof. Something interesting you don't see every day is some roofing companies use a plastic material under the ridge caps to prevent wind-driven rain. That's what we see here. On some other roofs, you'll see mortar used, kind of like the concrete mortar they put in. This product probably lasts longer, but it's not necessarily as pretty, I would say, aesthetically, but it is a personal choice. So this section of roof doesn't have a leak at all, but I just wanted to pull up one of these tiles just to show the homeowner what it looks like underneath. It could have been that tile right here. I just pulled up this one right here. We can see that tar paper underneath. The condition of it, severely deteriorated. Yeah, brittle exactly in my hands. It looks like it was installed with 2 layers. That's typical installation of these track homes. But we can see the debris that's still getting underneath. Actually old pieces of tile and whatnot as well. So yes, we can see that debris and water are still getting on this. This just needs to be the shedding device of the roof. Tar paper is at the end of its life expectancy, but with a properly installed roof such as this, you can get, a few more years out of this roof. As far as the valleys, an installation kind of builders, code that we live by is we like to see 2 or 3 inches between these valleys in space. When you get valleys that are tight like this, debris ends up building up, and what ends up happening is that you can see like a piece of mortar right there, some leaves and stuff like that, is that it inhibits the water from shedding off the roof. So what ends up happening is that water gets stuck on the roof and it starts to go underneath these tiles and into the underlayment and start to infect that plywood and underlayment. So we usually like to see 2 to 3 inches on spacing on these. Active leaked areas. So this one was inspected around this counter flashing, around this deck area. There's a leak in the garage. The cause of this leak is actually the deck ceiling. So what's happening is that there's not proper drainage off this deck. There's water seeping in underneath the connection between the wall and the floor, but the roof around it is, in my opinion, watertight. The other active leak on this roof, we can see just repairs that were done over the years. Mastic is a typical repair. This is a sensitive area, obviously, with a vent in this kind of place where a lot of wind and rain are gonna basically compile. But the other active leak is over on this pool solar section. So whenever these are mounted like they are here, basically bracketed to these S-tiles like this, we see a lot of leaks arise from pool solar because there's water being put on the roof every single day, right? So this leak more than likely is happening underneath this pool solar, and the water is draining to the edge right there where it's actually getting into the roof. Solution for that, a lift and reset, remove this pool solar, lift and reset this whole section and redo the underlayment and the plywood decking. Professional opinion, yes, this roof can get more life out of it. The underlayment is getting to the end of its life expectancy. I did pull up a tile section right here as well. This was the one broken tile I found on the roof, but we can see just the underlayment under here with debris and buildup that's going on, not properly letting water shed off. But yes, a repair would be necessary to get this basically removed, redo any wood underneath, stack all the tiles up, redo the underlayment on this section of roof, and then additionally we need to get someone out here to inspect that deck for that deck leak. We will send this to the homeowner and go over the options. Thank you.